Even though I'm one person, there's millions of us everywhere. And if we all just start broadcasting this information, we start amplifying, who knows where this can go?
We're always thinking in terms of what is the most ethical way of living? How can I live where I do the least amount of harm to people, animals, and the earth?
Every time I teach joy, and the way I teach it is, and when you say you haven't felt it since 1980, I'm like, call me, I can help you with that. But you already have it, because it's when you're connected in nature, when you're experiencing that snake and stuff. I mean, there isn't anything more joyful than the moment of feeling connected and one with all that is. So that is joy. Maybe you just don't recognize it. And then
thanks for that gift. Thanks for that gift.
You bet.
Yeah. That is what it is. So thank you for helping me know what I already knew, but didn't know that I knew it. So thank you for that gift today. I'll send you an e-transfer.
As a 60-year-old man, I could not find a more powerful, more meaningful, more effective, more globally significant, and locally effective way to live my life.
Being outside in the garden. We work with our environment to create abundance. It's all about ecosystems, environment, the land.
I'm just thinking about how you guys teach this stuff, and I'm thinking about how I was inspired to teach it. And I was finding this great inspiration in our garden. I was just like, and people started asking about gardening. It's like I started teaching it. But I started to discover, and I started to look out at the food system like you guys had talked about. And I knew about, like, in Ghana with the chocolate and the, there's like child slave labor. And I knew people were making less than $1 a day and had no idea what they were farming. They were cutting down forests and they'd never tasted chocolate. Like, I knew that stuff was going on and I was uncomfortable with it. And I felt like not enough people were talking about it. Not enough people were aware of it. And that our system isn't sustainable. And I got concerned because we're heading towards things like collapse. And one of my biggest challenges is I'm inspired, but I'm also aware of the future and the path we're on. It's like, we have to connect with people in community. I have to. My future's dependent upon it. You have to hold the wings. If you don't hold the wings, they will flap very violently. It can be pretty freaky. I always felt like the environment was for environmentalists, and I never felt like one of them. But at some point, it hit me that our environment needed care from everybody. And you can even hold her pretty firm, because she will. And I felt like I couldn't be just a bystander. I needed to take action on that.
Gary believes that you keep doing the right thing, follow your heart, and the universe will take care of us. I believe that too, but I have a little fear that first we have to fall on our face real hard, which I want to protect my kids from that. What can I do before that happens?
I've accepted the fact that most people won't change until they're forced to. Mm-hmm. So the people that we end up connecting with are people who are ready. Yeah. People who want to learn, people who want to know.
I'm so impressed with your potatoes.
Are you?
Yeah.
Oh, well, we tried. Where was this apple grown? How was it grown? Who grew it? What are the costs associated with this apple? Good morning. How are you this morning? Oh, yeah, we use as much poison as possible. Gasoline, Roundup, yeah. So we grow 16,000 pounds of food, no-till, by hand, organically.
People's, again, memories are so short, right? And so it's...
I naively believed last year that this is going to be the year where everybody buys local food. Yeah. And that, our infrastructure start being rebuilt.
And so what actually happened, besides the people who start growing their own food, is one of the first things people will cheap out on when their life is, in having troubles is food. because you people are all about making the world a better place. And for the most part, our work isn't recognized because it isn't seen as being needed. So if I have to choose between new carpets in my house and coming and learning how to grow tomatoes, the carpets are more important. Right. So COVID and all of this is shifting people's kind of like Dunning-Kruger, the right wing, left wing, their whole kind of where they are on the spectrum of awareness and fear and concerns and what their role is on this spinning orb is shifting, and they are becoming more conscious of themselves and the world around them. And then suddenly it's going to be like, oh, I know these people on the street. Have you met Petra and Gary? Oh yeah, you should go see them. And so that has been happening exponentially, even in our little tiny community of 3,000.
Well, exactly. It's like I said, I want to prevent disaster, right? But it has to happen for a lot of people in order to make change, which is sad but true.
And I just want to make a point about COVID. Just that I was thinking about, for us, it was a big blessing in that we got to spend more time at home, guilt-free. We didn't have to be on the run with our kids, taking them to things. I want to acknowledge that for a lot of people, it was about suffering. Like, we know a lot of that have gone through depression because of this. They drink more, they fight more, like you said. So for a lot of people, it's suffering. There's been a disconnect from their way of living. And I just wanted to say that and acknowledge it. It's been more rewarding for us, though, in a lot of ways, because we are in the garden a lot more and we do feel a lot more connected and we're not on the go. So that's been great.
Yeah.
And I just feel like we just need to keep being an example for people.
Some people just catch on to doom. It's like, it's hopeless, it's over. I can't accept that. There's faith in people, there's faith in the earth, there's faith in this universe and how it operates. What do we want to make with this?
Apple pie.
Apple pie, I definitely want apple pie. Apple pie and ice cream, are you kidding me?
You can do all the reducing pollution and recycling you want. Things will just keep getting worse. I've realized that if we want to change the world, if I want to change the world, ultimately, the medium we're working with is people.